Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you are new. Today, another episode of NASCAR Thunder 2003. I'm excited because we're going to Daytona and we do very well at the super speedways. We only got $165,000 in the bank, but that's not a problem really. Point standings, we're still 42nd, only ahead of the non-full-time drivers, but the last 2 weeks we have finished top 40. We finished 39th, I think, at 39th or 38th at Michigan. We could have had a top 35, I think, and then Sonoma, surprisingly, we finished 31st. So we actually had a pretty good couple weeks. So I think we could have another good week here at Daytona, try to catch up to some of these guys maybe in the points, which would be awesome. Sponsorships, I think we need to deal with in this episode. Yeah, we need to get a new primary sponsor after Daytona. And then I think we have Chicagoland. We'll have to change all the other sponsors as well. So that will be interesting. We should be getting some influx of money with the end of our sponsorship as well. And let me double check. We are going to Chicagoland after Daytona. So we're going to Daytona with a good engine, not really using a good chassis because all of our stuff has 50 on the drafting side. So I'm not worried about our chassis at all. Downforce, I don't think is going to make that big of an issue difference for us. So I'm just hoping to go fast with our engine and do the best we can. So let's get on to Daytona and see how we can do. All right, coming around to qualifying, Tony Stewart has the pole time with a 49.701. Oh no. With a 47.901. In practice, I got down to a 47.977. We honestly could qualify top 5, have a chance at the pole here if I can hit it right is the thing. So I got this thing maxed out for qualifying. I'm gonna have to change the gearing for the race because we're maxed out almost 9,000 RPMs and stuff for this qualifying, and it's just gonna probably blow the engine in the race trying to go faster, I imagine, in the draft. So we're gonna do the best we can here. I just need to lock in and run nice and smooth. I'm gonna run top 3 and 4 and get as much speed as we can coming to the second lap. But I can get up to 190, almost 191 miles an hour by ourselves, which is absolutely flying for us right now, which is awesome. All right, coming around for the checker flag. I think I missed it a little bit. I think it's gonna be just in the 48, but we're gonna have a really good qualifying time right here. I think it's gonna be a top 10 for sure. 48.012, so close, but hey, that's 5th. Hell yeah, let's go.
Tonight, it's super speedway action under the lights. MRN is live at the Daytona International Speedway this evening with flag-to-flag coverage of the Pepsi 400. This track is known by everyone, race fan or not. But for these race teams, it's a glory all its own when you can get a win here.
There's no doubt about it. A lot of these NASCAR and Winston Cup drivers will tell you that it's really no different winning here than anywhere else. But those are the guys who haven't done it yet. Once their name is in the history books here, I guarantee you they'll change their mind.
The Easy Care car is finalizing negotiations with sponsors about a contract extension.
You know, when you keep your sponsors happy and you're a successful driver, chances are they're going to continue to support you and offer you more and more contracts, and even better, more and more money.
Ryan Newman has a solid top 10 spot in the standings so far.
Yeah, he needs to focus on this race. A poor finish can quickly bounce you out of the top 10, but a win can gain you several positions, might even put you in the top 5. We'll see what happens.
In 1993, Bobby Labonte finished second to Jeff Gordon in the Rookie of the Year battle.
You know, that's a pretty good rookie class. At first, Gordon's accomplishments overshadowed Bobby's, but Labonte had been a solid contender for the title in each of the last few years.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
All right, this is the best we have ever qualified yet so far. It's only a 16-lap race, so it's kind of short. We're gonna have to pit at some point, but I think I don't want to take tires in it. I tried to maximize the setup for having as little amount of tire wear as possible. So hopefully when the pits come around, we won't have to take tires. I can just get fuel and go, and it'll be so much faster. But we don't have the best acceleration, but I maxed out the car as much as we could for the acceleration and the top speed. Changed the gearing slightly from 4th gear from qualifying to the race, just so in the draft we won't be we'll be almost maxing out in the draft, I feel like, for our speed, but single car speed will still be pretty good. Because we were at a 108 or something on 4th gear, just so I can get as much as I could out of that for qualifying. I dropped it down to 106 for the race to still maximize our single car speed, but in the draft we could still actually catch up some, and it will still be screaming, but it's going to be very interesting. But after one lap, we're still in 7th. We only lost 2 spots there, and Jimmy Spencer actually got in front of us, and we just blew right back by him. So that is very good news. We're kind of in a little bubble by ourselves already right now, which is kind of funny. I imagine Jimmy Spencer is going to catch up to us some, but we're actually pretty quick right now. We're running nice and smooth. Ryan Newman's right with Jimmy Spencer. They're side by side. I'm like maybe half a second or a second behind Elliott Sadler. I don't know. But hopefully I can try and catch up to him, use his draft to slingshot off, and maybe get up there to towards the top 5 guys. I don't know, but we're going to have to pit here around halfway. We're actually catching Elliott Sadler now, I think because he took a really wide line on exit. This is what I was hoping for, having that single car speed, but enough. Oh, I didn't slingshot enough. Dang it. Kind of got slowed down by Elliott Sadler getting too close to him. But hey, that's up to 6th. We are actually like legitimately fast right now, which is amazing. Ryan Newman's definitely catching us, but he just got slowed up by Elliott Sadler a little bit. So we're sitting in 6th. I imagine Ryan Newman's going to get around Elliott Sadler. It might take this lap or 2, and we'll see if we can catch the guys up there for a top 5. Well, we're catching these 2 in front of us, Robbie Gordon and I think Ken Schrader for 4th and 5th. We were like really pulling up on them, and Elliott Sadler them and falling backwards. So like we are absolutely moving right now. I'm gonna see if no, I can't take it to the inside. Don't hit the wall. Don't. Oh, I hit the wall. Dang it. And I turned on like limited stability control, so I got a little out of control there when I hit the wall trying to turn back down. I didn't want to damage the car. The right side got a little yellow now because I don't know if that's gonna hurt our aerodynamics or not. That's one thing I did not want to do, but I was going to pull down to the inside of Robbie Gordon, and then we got the slowdown from getting too close to him. Should have just stayed behind him and got him on like the next straightaway or something, but I was being greedy and impatient, and it looks like maybe Elliott Sadler's not the one behind us anymore. I don't know whose car that is. It looks kind of like Terry Labonte's to me in a way. But, oh, the tires are already getting worn out. It's lap 5. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to have to take tires when we pit. That's unfortunate. Because I remember at Daytona or Talladega earlier in the season when I tried to not take tires, that it didn't really work out very well for us. Like, we were kind of slow towards the end of the race and all that. And I think that damage has hurt us some. That or the tire wear also, so I'm not really sure overall. Did they just go and pit? They did. They 100% are going down there and pitting. Jeff Gordon and I think Terry Labonte, teammates, pitting. Yeah, either my tire wear already or is slowing down the car, or that damage really screwed us over. It might be the tire wear. I don't know. I might need to change the tire pressure up because I literally have it as low as possible. I think trying to move it would be good for us in the next run, honestly. Wanted to get up there and block Bobby Labonte. We're catching back up to Robbie Gordon and Ken Schrader. Got Bobby Labonte and Bill Elliott straight behind us. Getting that draft. We're pulling away from them in the draft, which is huge. I just need to not screw it up again is my thing. I need to not go too wild through these corners. The limited stability control definitely will get loose on you. Okay, I want to try and shoot to the inside, like early, so I don't get slowed up by Robbie Gordon's car. Keep that momentum. Got up to a top 5 there, hell yeah. But I think our pit stop's gonna make us fall back for sure, is the only bad part. I low-key want to pit earlier than later right now just because of our damage, and I know the tires and stuff are going to be interesting, so I think pitting early might be good. Like, I kind of want to pit now. We're towards the front of the field. There's not much that's going to slow us down getting in. We're going to be good on fuel the rest of the way, getting fuel now. I'm not going to have to deal with the slower lap traffic here. It might slow me down a little bit there. It did, but we're going to go into the pits now. Hit that 70 miles an hour. Try to maximize what we can. Replace tires. I do want to fix damage. And yeah, let's do the tire pressure at 25. I think that will be good because we were down at like 15 before. It'll just have a little bit more top speed, but please, please, team, don't mess up. Definitely not a fast stop by any means, but it was pretty much on dot, like on point with what they were projected. So I'll take that overall as a 17.6. The leaders are coming by, so I'm getting up to speed here. I'm gonna hold the bottom, and hopefully we can kind of get up to speed, getting some draft help. Oh my God, Tony Stewart just went by on the outside and everybody else slowed down behind me. That just gave Tony Stewart the win by far. Unless somehow his teammates screw up, like his pit crew screws up or something, that just gave Tony Stewart the win. And I didn't even do it on purpose. I was just getting up to speed on the bottom. It's not my fault they slowed down. It looks like Terry Labonte and Jeff Gordon are right behind us, and we know they pitted, so we came out in front of them, which is huge. Our right side is still a little damaged, which is unfortunate. But we are out of pit road. Oh, somebody blew an engine. What if that's Tony Stewart? That would be the craziest thing. It looks like it's not. It looks like it's either Jeremy Mayfield or Bill Elliott. Jeremy Mayfield's blew a couple engines, I think, already this year. He did it at the All-Star race, and I think he did like last week or the week before, so one of the two. I don't know which one. But I'm pretty sure Sterling Marlin is technically the leader right now, so we're on the lead lap right now. Gordon's on the same pit strategy as us for sure, so I'm trying to stay in front of him. But I know Sterling's gonna have to pit here very, very soon. Giving him a little door, trying to slow him up a little bit, side draft him. Please don't have to pit here though, because I'm below you, and that could be very bad if he goes to try to pit and we're below him. Try and move Gordon up, get the draft of Sterling Marlin here. Because I think that damage on our right side is hurting us a little bit, unfortunately. But I think I could block Gordon for a long time and stuff. So we'll see how this goes. But everybody coming out of pit road, we're going to go flying by here. Trying to stay with Sterling Marlin the best we can in the draft. I do think that damage on the right side is hindering us slightly, which is annoying, but nothing I can do about it now. I shouldn't have been as greedy as I was at the time. But all these guys coming out of pit road, Ryan Newman, we were ahead of them. Gordon's going down. He's going to get slowed up by that. Don't hit the wall. Okay, we're good. I try to keep my speed and not get behind Michael Waltrip. But if I can get behind Ryan Newman, that actually would be better for us, I feel like. There goes Sterling to pit. He's the leader. Because I know Ryan Newman is fast, so I can draft off of him. I kind of want to get in front of him, though, but we are drafting really fast right now. I want to see if we can catch up. I think that's Junior and Ken Schrader up there, potentially. I need to stay right with Newman as best we can. There's Elliott Sadler. I'm going to see if I can slingshot off of Ryan Newman here. Maybe I can catch up to Junior's draft. 191, yeah, this car is screaming right now. Gordon's still behind Michael Waltrip and them. That's perfect. Yeah, I know. We're in 20th currently. There's a lot of cars on pit road. I had to itch my nose. Almost got in the wall. That was a little sketchy. That was kind of dumb on me, but we're good. Oh, they're like checking up really odd. I don't like this at all. Try and take it 3 wide on the bottom. Hell yeah, we're making it work. This is nuts. Like, we have so much speed here for once. Well, like, we've been fast at super speedways. It's all just like putting it all together and getting the right gearing and all that. We're up to 8th, back up to 8th. That's huge. Steve Park coming up into turn 3. That's 7th. We have a legit shot at getting a top 5 depending on who's ahead of us and if everybody's pitted. I don't know if everybody has. I'm guessing everybody has. I'm guessing that's Tony Stewart up front because he had a massive lead over everybody else when I was coming off pit road because everybody slowed up behind me. So we got Bill Elliott in front of us and Dale Jarrett in front of us. Those are the 2 next ones. I think Bobby Labonte's up there. But we'll see if we can hold on to the 7th place. They are battling hard behind me, and I'm pulling away. So hopefully they keep battling. I can keep pulling away and try to catch up to Bill Elliott up here and see if we can try and get a top 5 here. We're running out of laps right now. All right, we're getting caught by Dale Jr. and Jeff Gordon right now very quickly. Like, their tire wear is not nearly as bad as mine or something because they are absolutely flying up on me with the draft and all that. And they've been side by side as well. But we are catching Bill Elliott here, which is great news. Like, we're only a second behind him now. We got 2 laps left. And with the draft of Junior and Gordon behind me, I can kind of block them off, hopefully. Get the draft of Bill Elliott, kind of pull away slightly, and then slingshot off Bill Elliott. Need to go up, need to go up. That was sketchy on the exit there. But Junior had a huge run there on the exit. Come on, 2 laps left, a lap and a half. We can get Bill Elliott here. We caught him already a ton. Looks like Jarrett's getting around Bobby Labonte up there for 3rd, or 5th that is actually. I forgot what position we're in. We're in 7th, that's 6th. Yeah, it's 5th, 4th actually up there. He got up in front of him for 4th. Michael Waltrip right behind us now. Coming back out of nowhere. We got Bill Elliott's draft now though. We're absolutely mobbing. White flag. I'm gonna try and drop down here. 192 miles an hour, 193. Holy crap, we're flying. I was turning as much as I could there. We scraped off Bill Elliott, but that's fine. And he slowed up that entire pack. Hell yeah, very low fuel, but this is the white flag. Tires are destroyed, but hell yeah, we're gonna finish 6th out of this. This is by far much better than I expected this to go. Like, we had a good qualifying speed. We did not fall back very far. Pitted kind of early, but I wanted to try to fix my damage. It didn't really fix. Our pit crew hit what they needed to. Got our fresh tires and in a timely manner as fast as we could with a 17.6, but looky there, we're gonna come home 6th place finish at Daytona. That is gonna be a great points day and money day for us, and we gotta go get a new primary sponsor, so that's perfect timing. That is a ton of money, almost $300,000 from this one race. Like, finishing well is absolutely huge for us. These super speedways are awesome. And I think Junior was in the points lead already, so he's not going to lose many points to Dale Jarrett, who I believe is in 2nd. Stewart gets to win, though, because he just blew by us. He was the only smart one when we came off pit road. But, yeah, we had a great points day. I'm super stoked about that. Let's go get a new primary sponsor and see what kind of money we got in the bank. It's going to probably be over $500,000 now at this point, or close to $500,000, probably like $450,000. I don't think my math is quite mathing. I think we were at like 160 something thousand, and we got almost 300,000 in that race, so I'm confused by that. But either way, we need to get a new primary sponsor. Average finish at 35th. That's still, I think, too difficult for us, so I think the finishing in 40th, because we get more money out of Wingcraft, I think that's what we need to go with. And instead of average finishing 40th, I think finishing 40th will be right around there most weeks. And then all these we need to do after Chicagoland. But speaking of Chicagoland, what do we got going on? We got a motor being repaired. So we still have pretty decent motors. I'm not worried about that at the moment. We have a new chassis being built right now. Did we just get a new one repaired or something, maybe? Because why is there not one being repaired? Maybe that's because the one being built right now, we're very close to being done. So I might get number 4 repaired right now while the other one's getting built, and we just switch between these two right now. But I'm definitely going to be using this one with a lot of tire grip going into Chicago. I think that's the best case scenario. But this does not go up very much in tire grip, so that's probably why I've not done anything with it. So never mind. So we're going to keep that the way it is. But going into Chicagoland, we're gonna use, I think, this 61 power for the motor, and then let's use the best chassis we have with a lot of tire grip and tire wear for what we're used to, and hopefully we can do pretty decent here, because that was a huge day for us. R&D wise, we have 15 races left on tire wear to be completed. But yeah, our primary sponsor and secondary sponsors all went up a ton from that race, so that was perfect. That was great timing. Daytona always comes around like right at that time when we're going to get new sponsors. Like Daytona and Talladega are like right at the edge of when we are going to do new sponsors. But we moved up to 39th in points from that race. We were 42nd behind Greg Biffle. Now we're nearly 60 something points ahead of Biffle, like 63 ahead of Biffle, which is wild. So hopefully we can actually beat some of these guys in the points this year. That would be amazing. But we're probably going to lose it to Casey Atwood this race. We're not that far behind Kimmel, but he runs okay as well. But Casey Kane and Greg Biffle, we might be able to beat both them in the points this season, which would be very exciting. So let's get on the Chicagoland and see how we can do. All right, qualifying is going to be interesting here. I'm like a second and a half off the pole time, so that should be like about mid 30s. I feel like that's pretty normal for me, being like about that amount of time off. But it's a mile and a half track, so maybe it'll be a little bit more lenient and we'll be closer to around 30th maybe, but we'll see on how well we can hit. I've pretty much have hit right around a 31.0. But I need to not overdrive these corners is the main thing. Do the best we can in this race. The only thing I can ever think of every time I go here and I'm qualifying is those big orange Tropicana balls on the backstretch, like just rolling on the track and everything. That's the only thing I could ever think of here because of that happening in real life and stuff. Like this one off turn 2 and the one going into turn 3. The massive Tropicana ball is just rolling onto the track and stuff. Funniest thing ever. Absolutely wild that it happened. But not a great time for the first lap because we're slow coming to the line, like starting out, and we still with 37, so we might be closer to a top 30 here with qualifying lap number 2. It's actually going to be a 30.8. That was a couple tenths better than what I had in practice. 32nd, I'll take that.
The NASCAR Winston Cup Series comes to Illinois this week for today's race, the Tropicana 400 at the Chicagoland Speedway. This is still a new track for these teams. Tell us about it, Barney.
Well, Joe, this really is a state-of-the-art facility. It's a 1.5-mile trioval similar to Las Vegas with more banking. We're in for a great race today.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. is our NASCAR Winston Cup points leader coming into this race.
You know, if I was him, I wouldn't even think about the points. I'd just try to stay focused on getting the best finish I can. After all, consistency is what wins championships.
The 21 car of Elliott Sadler is owned by the Wood brothers. They have quite a resume when it comes to NASCAR racing, don't they?
Well, that's NASCAR's second oldest race team, and they've had quite a few good drivers race for them at one time or another. Dale Jarrett, Michael Waltrip, Kyle Petty have all driven that 21 car.
The 56 car has not had the finishes he's hoped for in the past couple races.
I believe they got a good chance to turn their luck around right here. These guys have been working extra hard this week, and I think it just may pay off for them in the end.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
I don't really know what they're talking about, that we haven't had the finishes we wanted in the last few. The last 3 races have been phenomenal for us. Daytona, we got 6th, which is best finish of our career so far. Pocono could have been better. We were running really well there. Michigan went pretty good there, just messed up with the pit strategy. It didn't go well for us. We ran into Junior on pit road. That didn't go well. Sonoma went great, 31st, so actually we finished better than expected, I feel like, in the last few races, so I'm really happy about how we've done. We were so slow off the start of this race, though. That's embarrassing on how slow we were. Don't know where Casey Kane and or Greg Biffle are, because I'm kind of battling them in points. I don't know if that's Greg Biffle up there, that yellow car on the bottom, or if that is... Actually, I think Greg Biffle's way the hell up there, that yellow car. Yeah, that's definitely him way up there. We are falling to last behind Shane Hall now, but I know we have a better engine than we usually do, so I just need to lock in, kind of run our laps on the bottom, do the best that we can, try not to overdrive it or hit the wall or anything. Because I think as long as we don't hit the wall, our car is nice and not damaged. And you can tell from Daytona, I feel like we scraped the wall and we got slower after that. Like the aero damage and stuff on the car, I want to say, really affected us there. Oh, somebody already blowing an engine. They're coming to a dead stop because Ricky Craven blew his engine. We're getting all the way up to 38th from that. I'll take that. That happened last year at Phoenix, I remember, and we ran straight in the back of people when that happened and blew our engine. That was very upsetting when it happened on like lap 1 or 2. That was so sad. I was so disappointed when that happened. But as long as I could run my laps in the bottom like we did right before Ricky Craven blew his engine, we were actually starting to catch back up to Shane Hall and stuff. So if I can just hook the bottom well, try and keep the car nice and steady, not go up and smack the wall, John Andretti's going to get back by us. I'm not going to try and fight him too much, because that's when I'm going to start making a mistake and stuff. I just need to get back in line, run the bottom. Please don't hit me, Jamie McMurray. Jamie McMurray is in the 49 if you did not know that. Shauna Robinson retired and Jamie McMurray got in the car. Either that or they fired Shauna Robinson. I don't know. She wasn't running very well anyways, and McMurray's been doing pretty damn good in the car this year. So I'm not shocked by the change, but we've fallen back to 41st already. Shane Hall's the only one behind us now. But he's had a couple of good races this season. But he's actually going to stay behind us for now. I would not be shocked if he gets in front of us, though. We seem like we're quick off of turn 4, it seems like to me. But he actually caught us a ton there. So he is getting by on our outside. I'm gonna try and hook the bottom the best we can here in turn 1 and 2. But we will be pitting here in like 6-7 laps, maybe 7-8 laps probably, more or less, because we can go a decent bit on fuel. So it'll be a little bit after halfway when we go to pits, but I'm hoping we can try and catch up to these guys on the tire wear portion of this race and actually fight some people. Because other than that, we're just going to finish 42nd and be sad, because we've had some really good races lately, and I'm excited with how our team is doing right now. Just starting to roll in the money a little bit better. We need some more super speedways for sure. It's sad that we only have 4 of them right now. With Daytona and Talladega. Like, if we had more Daytona and Talladega, I could be pretty good in the points. But Pocono is coming up in a few weeks' time also, again. So I'm excited, looking forward to that, because we ran good there a couple of weeks ago. So hoping we can do good there. But in the meantime, just trying to do the best we can at these other tracks. Pit stops have begun now, so we're gaining some spots only because of that. I just smacked the wall off turn 2, as you can see the damage on the right rear. My right side got damage from hitting the wall here off turn 2. I just had a lapse of judgment, went up, smacked the wall, kept going, but I'm mad I hit the wall because I'm really trying not to damage our car to keep it as fast as it can. We have fallen back pretty far from Shane Hall and stuff, but pit stops have begun. Pit road is getting very busy right now, so I'm hoping to come down in a couple of laps, hopefully when pit road is a lot less busy than it was right then, because we can go, it seemed like, about 15-16 laps on fuel, so pitting in the next lap or 2 would be nice if pit road is not too busy, because I don't want to get slowed up too much. Man, if a caution were to come out right now, that would be a shame, huh? Because we are still in the lead lap currently. I kind of want to wait until next lap to pit, but actually there's not too many on pit road right now. We're going to pit right this second. I need to get down to 70 miles an hour. Try and maximize it. Don't get the 5-second speeding penalty. We're good. Damage doesn't matter. Let's go down on the tire pressure a little bit. Try and help that out some, but hopefully we can have a good pit stop. Leader's still out there running laps, so they actually might get passed by somebody who pitted earlier. Who knows? A little bit of just a slow stop. They didn't really mess up at all, it didn't seem like. It was just a slow stop overall. So that's a little bit unfortunate. There's a couple cars going by right now, but now we're going to get up on track and we'll be fine. So we're sitting back in 42nd, dead last pretty much. Don't know where Shane Hall's at because he's the one that was in front of us on track. But we are definitely a lap down now for sure once whoever becomes the leader. I'm not sure who the leader is. It might be Tony Stewart or somebody right around here because these are a lot of the front runners, honestly. But leader's on pit road. It might have been in that pack up there. That pack up there was the leader. Okay, so that leader went a long time to get some laps led. Hopefully those 5 bonus points were worth it for Sterling Marlin, it looks like, because he's just coming off pit road. I think he was the one that went the longest on the fuel. But yeah, I don't know where Shane Hall's at. He's much further ahead of us. We're a lap down. And we're probably going to finish 42nd, unfortunately, in this race. We had a good run of, what, 4 races in a row, finishing top 40, and in a 6th place, so I can't even be mad about having our career best finish, and then going back to 42nd for the next race, unfortunately. But we'll get our new sponsors after this race and all that, and Shane Hall's not even a lap down yet. So yeah, we are like a quarter of the track behind Shane Hall. I imagine he's the 1 dot there in front of the leader going through 3 and 4 right now. Leader is taking the white flag right now. I think Shane Hall and I are still the only ones a lap down. We'll see when we come around to the line here, but we're coming around for the white flag at least. I haven't damaged my car anymore, which I'm happy about. We're just slow, but that's okay. As long as we don't damage this chassis much, I'll be happy because it's our best one so far, like our currently right now. Actually, there's a handful of people a lap down, so never mind. A bunch of guys going a lap down to the leader right now. I guess that little pack that's behind them. But leader wins it. I don't know. Well, leader always wins it, but I don't know who the leader is at the moment. But we'll see in a second. But we finished 42nd. Not the worst thing in the world. We go back to kind of where we were running before. I thought we would do a little bit better here, honestly. We qualified pretty good. I felt really fine with it. It's a 1.5 miles. I like these 1.5 mile tracks that have good banking. But it just wasn't our day, I guess, for Chicagoland, unfortunately. We just did not have the speed. overall. But Ryan Newman wins it. Gordon gets second. That's quite interesting. Stewart with another top 5. We'll see where Jarrett ended up. We still get a decent bit of money there, over 100,000. I want to see where where Jarrett finished, Junior finished, because he was the points leader coming into this. I don't remember where he finished. Top 10. Dale Jarrett got 7th. We'll go look at the point standings because Ryan Newman's been doing pretty good lately. Margin of victory was only 0.271, so him and Gordon were actually pretty tight to each other. Did Gordon lead any laps? Yeah, a lot of people led laps, actually. Johnson led a lot. Gordon, Newman. I think Marlin led a handful when he stayed out super long, but other than that, that's it. But interesting. So let's go see what the point standings are like and get in our new sponsors. All right, we're almost up to $400,000 in the bank, which is awesome. We got New Hampshire next, which I'm not the biggest fan of, I should say, but Greg Biffle, Casey Kane still behind us in the points by like 40 or so. So I'm happy about that. Hopefully we can hold them off this season. We actually didn't fall to Casey Atwood too much, which is nice. But let's look at the top of the standings and see what's going on up there, because Dale Jr. had the points lead by like 90 or something, I think, coming into here. Mark Martin is drawing in quickly. I didn't realize he was that far up there. Dale Jarrett still 87 back. Ricky Rudd, Gordon rounding out the top 5. Gordon slowly making his way back up. He was like 270 something points behind Dale Jarrett when he was in the lead, and has slowly been raising up, gotten back into the top 5. Ryan Newman is in 6th, so he's starting to work his way up there. But right now, halfway through the season, exactly halfway right now, Junior is leading it by 68 points over Mark Martin, which is quite interesting. Sponsorship deals. Now, this is going to be interesting. Average starting spot in 35th. You know, we do qualify top 35 a lot. Qualify in 35th spot. That pays more money is the thing, but we have more prestige with Easy Care, so I don't know if I want to keep working on that or get the easy money here. But this would be 9,000 more, 15,000 more. I think I got to go with this just because it's so much money. Go with Wingcraft because we qualify top 35 quite a bit, I feel like now. Finish at Casey Atwood, Robbie Gordon, or rank 40th in the points. You see, there's not another super speedway for a while. I feel like not until like the very end. So I think that is pushing it with Windcraft there. So, and plus that's a lot less money. We're more likely to finish in front of Casey Atwood, I would say. And so I'll go with that just to see if we can participate in some races. So who do we want to try to work on some prestige with? We don't have Kmart on the car. Let's get some prestige up with them, and let's get Craftsman on the car, get some prestige with them up as well. So that would be good for us. And engine wise, we have one more race for an engine to be repaired, because we're getting this engine repaired that will go back up to like 57 and stuff. We still have 3 other engines that are actually pretty good. We still have this one at 60, which is great. I might use this 87 one that has 57 power at New Hampshire, just because I don't want to use the 100% one right now. I don't know why, but I just don't. And then this one will be repaired after New Hampshire. And then chassis wise, we have a new one being built in 2 races. So that would be great because we're still just kind of using our good one right now. I think I'll use that good one for New Hampshire just with the tire grip, tire wear, see how we could do there overall, just to see how it goes. And this one's not that bad off anyways. So in 2 more races, we'll have a new chassis also. And then I might get a new one built of both of them because we do have a decent bit of money right now. So I'm happy with that. 14 more races until that tire wear is done. That's going to be quite a while away. But next episode is going to have New Hampshire and Pocono once again. Excited for Pocono. That's going to be great. That new engine's going to come into play for sure at Pocono. I'm using that new engine at Pocono because we were fast there last time. Indianapolis, I might use that engine as well. And then we got Watkins Glen, and we just did great at Sonoma. I think Watkins Glen is harder for us, I want to say. I don't remember why exactly. I think like the braking zone stuff, like it's harder to pass in than Sonoma was maybe. But we got back-to-back tracks of Pocono and Indy that I'm real interested in. 2 different episodes, but it'll be back-to-back races. And then Watkins Glen as well, so that will be quite interesting. Next 4 races, we got like a short track that I don't think I'm gonna be great on. Then 2 tracks I know Pocono will be pretty good at, as long as we don't get like cucked at the end of pit road exit when somebody coming out of it. And then Indy, I'm not 100% sure how that's gonna go. It could be like Pocono, honestly, so it could be okay for us. And then Watkins Glen, we just got 31st at Sonoma, so I'm hoping we could do pretty well there. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode nonetheless. Appreciate you guys for watching. As always, we got a new career best 6th place, which I'm super excited about. That got us a ton of money and prestige with our like sponsors and stuff, which got us a lot of money as well, so that's very helpful. So really appreciate you guys for watching as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.